Hayao Miyazaki is a renowned artist known as the director of Studio Ghibli. Many films have been made under his company's name, such as Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro. Many people around the globe enjoy his films as they cater for a wide audience. But why is that? This is due to the stylistic choices which makes the films unique. To begin exploration of these stylistic choices, we must understand auteur theory to fully grasp why his films are so unique. Auteur theory is a broad concept and one that is frequently rewritten to fit a specific director. The general populace agrees that it is the concept of the director of a film who personally has full control over his work, that outlines his distinctive approach in the final product. This director usually has a unique style and is rooted in their home country only. In the early 1960s and 70s, directors that originated in Europe, for example, were often dismissed and garnered less attention when moving to USA to pursue further work, losing and splitting their original audience. This is not the case for Miyazaki, as the stylistic signatures of each film is universally understood, and only with proper Japanese context does the film become enhanced, not quarantined from the general Western audience. An obvious and surface-level stylistic choice is that majority of the main characters in his films, such as Mei and Satsuki in My Neighbor Totoro and Chihiro in Spirited Away, are young adolescents who are in a world of adults, yet they seem to be in charge and more in power. Moving on to a more notable stylistic choice, Miyazaki's design language is that of spirits and Japanese lore, and frequently these show up in his films. A scene which best describes the implementation of Japanese lore is in Spirited Away when the stink spirit enters the bathhouse. It enters the bathhouse to be cleaned, yet it disgusts all of the employees due to its offensive odor. The stink spirit is revealed to be a kawa no kami, or river spirit, that has been so polluted with garbage that it has trapped the spirit in filth. Only the protagonist, Chihiro, is able to save the spirit. This is Miyazaki using his stylistic signatures to make a commentary on Japan's contemporary culture and his dislike for it. It is evident that through his films Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro, contemporary Japan is not painted in a positive light, as these spirits usually appear from a long time ago and are unknown to the protagonists, meaning they have sunk into obscurity. Another way in which Miyazaki shows his dislike for contemporary Japan in Spirited Away is through the extreme westernization of Chihiro's family when compared to the classic Japanese bathhouse. This is seen through attire, the mannerisms of classical Japan, down to even the Audi her parents drive in the introduction for the film. The signs of consumerism is littered in the entire production of the film, and it paints Chihiro as a protagonist differing from her parents and the general population. The two protagonists, Mei and Satsuki, are both sad they are unable to see their sick mother who is hospitalized. Totoro appears mystically when Mei falls down a hole in their massive backyard, which she attempts to replicate later, but fails. When Totoro is most needed, he does not appear, much to the upset of Mei. This and the maturing of young children to adolescence through negative experiences are linked to the old Japanese traits of patience and virtue, and coming of age. These are both films' major underlying messages, and both what causes the protagonist to triumph against negativity. In Spirited Away, Chihiro returns home after finding her parents as a changed person, and the acceptance of life without a parent and the importance of patience in My Neighbor Totoro. Stylistic signatures of Hayao Miyazaki are relevant in creating a film that is fundamentally Japanese, yet universally understood. Spirits and Japanese lore, along with the impact of contemporary Japan, paints each film in a different light with the right context. Patience and other positive Japanese traits are also relied on as a moral of each story. These are important towards allowing each character to reach a moment in which they are now a mature adolescent. Reference list. Filmography.